Hello. Yeah.
I'm going to log in right now.
Okay.
Should be good to go.
What happened yesterday? Did you ever figure out what it was?
As best I can tell, I think it actually was working. It was just really, really, really slow.
Huh. So as soon as I go live on YouTube, I'm going to go live on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
It's all set and ready to go. We got all of those icons added, right?
Yeah, they're down here on the left now, but
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, they're there.
I gotta try to figure out how I can do it where I can see that better.
Yeah, you're good to go.
I'm good. I'm live on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go live on Memories. Hey everybody, Larry, Fort Worth Memories Museum and Groups, and we're live on YouTube. It's Friday morning, 18th day of October, just after 7 o'clock in the morning. It's the morning show, 7:03. Let me style the live video on Facebook. I'm going to put Friday, October 18th. And then I'm going to put morning show. Okay, so nice and cool out this morning. We are eating this week at Parton's Pizza out on Cherry Lane. They got a great buffet. That thing's been there forever. If you like pizza, they got pasta. They've got a salad bar. It's really a neat deal. So come out and join us, 1 o'clock. Everybody's welcome. I was trying to think what other news we needed to. Okay, on Larry's Kids, we got a check yesterday for $2,500 from Pat Walsh, who's the brother of Eric Walsh, who's on our board. And we're supposed to be getting more checks today, so I'll get a updated amount and number of bikes from Lindsay, who is our comptroller, and give it to Scott on Monday so he can update that. We've recently bought 300 bikes, and that was from Academy out on Cherry Lane, and so it averaged out there about $74.85 a bike. That total was $22,272 and change. So, but we need bikes, toys, and helmets. I need y'all. Y'all are the driving force behind this bike giveaway that we've been doing now. This is the 38th year for me. I started it in the 80s. A lot of y'all have been involved with it for a number of years. So I appreciate all the help we can get. James is in. Good morning. If you're on YouTube with us, I'll give you all a list of some of our sponsors, if I can get it to work. Yeah, there it is. Schwartz and Hanson. They are a architectural firm. Texar Pools, they do more than just build pools. They remodel them and the whole deal. Clay Winstead with Winstead Paint and Body. Those guys do great works. Rex's Bar and Grill. Rex made a post yesterday on Facebook letting us know that they're real close on getting open now. They were finishing up all the add-on for the patio in the back. That patio is supposed to seat several hundred people. So that's going to be a huge sports bar. Rains Plumbing. I was contacted by them yesterday. All of our sponsors are expected to make a donation of some form to Larry's Kids. And she messaged me yesterday wanting to know what size bikes, helmets, toys, all of that. So Rains Plumbing is in. Of course, Charlie Guerin, Railhead Barbecue, he's already donated $3,000. Qualified Tree Care, if I can get it to work. There it is, Qualified Tree Care. They are one of our sponsors. Somebody asked me yesterday about taking a cruise. Passport Getaways is our travel group. Leave all the planning to them. They've been in the business for years. Okay, this next sponsor is Fort Worth Optimist Club, or Optimist Club of Fort Worth. Every year they donate a Christmas tree for our museum here. It's really a nice tree. Those trees are well over $100, and they donate one to us every year. Onassis Masonry, they do entryways, all fancy rock stuff outside by the pool, whatever you need. Here's another company owned by Rex Benson, Old South Pancake House. They've been around since '62 under the Benson name. K Ranch Roofing. Bree and Jorge were live with us here last week. We did a live interview. Jenny Stewart, she is our Allstate Insurance sponsor. Let me see, who have I missed here? I think I pretty much got that. What is that? That's Rex's. Rains, Railhead, Qualified. I guess I pretty much got all of them. Fort Worth Lumber Company. They've been with us for many, many years. Woody's in. James is in. Fort Worth High Tech Signs. Jeff Jones. If you need a sign made, you just need to go out and get a hold of Jeff. Express Dent, Dick Regester and Eric. They've been around doing work with each other more than 20 years. Japanese Palace is no longer a sponsor for Memories, but they are a sponsor on Larry's Kids. Richard Carr. Dickie Carr, Sand and Gravel, was his father. Richard, I've known Richard for more years than either one of us want to admit to. Great guy. Steve Coburn, Coburn's Catering. I used to run back in the day with Gary Coburn. That was almost a disaster for both of us. Burt Ladner Real Estate, Wes Williams and that group over there, they do great work. Let's see. That does them. What else am I forgetting here? I don't know. The Cowboys have a week off. Sandy, we're eating at Parton's Pizza. Sandy Flowers and her group, the Silver Sisters, this will be their second or third year with Larry's Kids. They come out and pass out candy canes, whatever. They pass out. They walk the lines at the giveaway, which this year is December 14th. Brenda's in. Good morning, Brenda. How are you? We need to keep a lot of people in our prayers, basically everybody on the planet. But Prissy is now doing real good. In fact, she called me yesterday wanting to know where we're going to eat Saturday. And I said, Parton's. She said, I'm ready. So, but Rainey, I have not had an update this week. We need a miracle there. And so I hope the Lord has one for her. Michael Resendez is in need of our prayers. Marilyn's going through, the waiting for the conversation with the doctors is what is so horrifying. I talked to Walter Daniels yesterday. He was given 5 years to live. 3 of them, they said, good, same quality of life as he has now. Maybe the last 2 is not so good. There's no cure. they're praying for a breakthrough. So, like I always tell y'all, death is a part of life, and we're all going to face it. One day it won't be me on here. It might be Scott or somebody else. I don't know who. I'm working that out in my brain right now. But I've got the Larry's Kids. It'll live forever by forming the nonprofit. I've got some ideas on the museum. I thought that Alice Walton was going to step up. The bean counters came over here, and we kind of agreed on a bunch of stuff. And Brittany is also waiting for doctor consultation. So, and it's not easy. I don't see how those doctors do that same thing every day. They have to talk to people and tell them the end is near. It's got to be rough on a doctor also. George is in. So all we can do is just keep praying. And the thing that I look forward to is that I asked for forgiveness back in the 80s, and I'm ready. I'm right with the Lord. I've been here way longer than I was supposed to be here anyway. So I'm living proof that miracles. I was shot 5 times in the back and survived it. I don't know how in the heck that happened, really. It wasn't from me and the doctors. It was from the man upstairs helping out. So, okay, hold on. We're getting our favorite lady. She said she wasn't going to be back until Monday. Where does she stand, Brittany? This lady messages in a question, and if I answer it correctly, we go for bikes, toys, and helmets. Been doing it for years. Is she at 14, 14, and 16? $14, 16, and 16. Okay. 14, 16, and 16. She's still right. And let's get this for 2 more bikes. Is she on the live? She's on the live. So let's do this question for 2 more bikes, and that'll give us 16 bikes, 16 helmets, and 16 toys you owe me. Or you owe Larry's Kids. Okay, here's the question. July of 1938 was significant for the city of Fort Worth in what way? 1938, July. Well, on July 23rd of 1938, it was kind of a historic day. The city council was recalled. 6 of the 9 members, or no, back then it was all 6 members. All 6 members were kicked out. Now, what led up to it, I don't know if that answers your question. That's simple enough. There's several things that happened in Fort Worth in 1938. The U.S. Narcotics Farm was built. That's out by TCJC. That's a federal prison now. The government built 2 narcotics farms, one here and one in Kansas City. But I think what you're looking for is July 23rd, 1938. The voters recalled all 6 city council members. So let me give you a history as to how that evolved. It actually started in 1921. Fort Worth was rocking along pretty good, but we didn't have any real growth. So in 1921, there was a law passed that allowed cities with 100,000 people or more to swallow up cities that had 5,000 people or less by annexing those cities, those smaller communities. Arlington Heights, for instance, was annexed in 1921. Polytechnic was annexed in 22. Niles City was annexed. Lake Worth was annexed. So what this did it then put the burden of operating cities that we've swallowed up on Fort Worth, on 100,000 people. So we were heavily in debt. They tried to swallow up Westover Hills. Westover Hills in 1923 had a population of 212 people. But before the city could annex them, on May 1st of 1923, Westover Hills Incorporated. What am I getting there? I don't know. Boy, that really pissed off the city of Fort Worth. In fact, the following 5 months later, the city of Fort Worth cut off the water to Westover Hills. Well, out of the 212 people that were residents of Westover Hills, as you can assume, they were all rich. They struck a deal with the city, and the city then provided utilities to the city of Westover Hills for a price. So that's what caused the citizens, they thought that the city was being run haphazardly, so they recalled the 6 city council members and the mayor. There was a new charter written on December the 11th of 24, and that city charter set down the new form of government here in Fort Worth, which was a city manager ran everything. It's still that way today, and there was 9 city council members appointed. That was on December 11th of 1924. So that's what caused all of the debt that our city incurred, because we swallowed up all of these smaller cities. You know, back then, I'm sure the people thought of what was going on as the same as Jerry Jones, when they built the stadium. They just took those properties for practically nothing. Well, back in those days, it was a law that was passed in 1921, and it allowed, again, cities with 100,000 population or more to swallow up, by annexation, cities of 5,000 or less. In fact, in other parts of Texas, there were cities that were population 4,800 people, and they would go out and bring in 40 new people so that they couldn't be annexed. So it was just a grab for property. Today it's called eminent domain. Back then it was just annexation. Take, for instance, the city of North Fort Worth. They did not want to be part of Fort Worth. Not at all. Westover Hills didn't. They incorporated. They were smart enough to go and get it incorporated. So, but that's what happened. So the form of government that we're under right now was formed on December 11th of 1924. She says all she wanted to know was what it was, so that was a great job. Okay, so are you cool with, she's at what? 16, 16, and 16. Brittany, if you can make note of that. And please get that stuff to us. I don't count that stuff as real until it's in the warehouse. You know? The Landing HOA is doing a fabulous job out there. Their whole HOA is gathering up bikes, toys, and helmets. Quincy Wallace, I talked to yesterday, he's doing a video that we'll start sharing. You can drop off bikes, toys, and helmets at both Fred's locations. That's Camp Bowie Boulevard West and the one up in North Fort Worth. So you can drop off at Fred's, Texas. I believe Cross Electric, I've got to reach out to them. One of our sponsors, our electric sponsor, electricians, they're going to be a drop-off point too. But to all of our sponsors, we need y'all to participate, and please be at the giveaway. I always encourage people to come to the actual giveaway, and the reason I do that is because once you've been to one of those, I don't have to worry about selling you the next year. You're going to be part of it. So I don't know, is TCU playing this week? Does anybody know? Let me see if Mr. Google knows. TCU football? Oh, microphone not found. I think they play. Yeah, they play tomorrow at Utah at 9:30 p.m. That'll be. I'll already have been asleep for 3 hours when that thing starts. Colleen is in. So really, if you want to be creative, go out and buy some toys. You don't necessarily just have to buy bikes. We have to have toys and helmets and just anything a kid that would make them perk up. And you know, just like I always tell y'all, we're all kids. We're just older kids. You know how excited you get when you get something new, or your spouse takes you out to dinner, or brings home flowers, or whatever. So we need to help the kids. They are our responsibility. The quicker we start doing that across the planet, the quicker we're going to be in better shape than we are right now. So we got TCU football tomorrow night. We're eating at Parton's Pizza. No Cowboys, thank God. Wouldn't upset me if they didn't play again. I saw somewhere where Jerry Jones said after this year he's stepping down as the general manager. Is that true? I find that hard to believe. Jerry will be in a wheelchair and being the general manager. Let's see if there's anything on the news that I hadn't even looked at any news lately. What to know about early voting? Early voting starts Monday, so you need to vote. It's a super important election. DFW weather, it's going to be cool. I mean, the 90 and 100 degree days I think are gone. 100 for sure. State fair is still rolling. I've never even been to the state fair. See what else. I guess that's it. I want to thank Scott for all the hard work he does. So if you got a company or you need help with your computer, you want to build a website, you want to do any of that stuff, Scott is the guru. And he's much more reasonable on price than these people that advertise. Scott's been with us for many, many, many years and does a fabulous job. I wouldn't have a clue how to do any of that stuff. When we first set it up, in fact, I had him on the phone and he said, push the silver button, and there was 2 or 3 people in there and said, Larry, you don't know anything? I said, I don't know anything. Just tell me what to do and I'll eventually get the handle on it. There's Bill Palmer. I want to take this time, too, to thank Bill Palmer and James Van Zant, both. They lead us in prayer at all of our events, our luncheons. When they come over here, Bill comes over and we pray for about this time of year he'll be by. Somehow that man is close to the Lord. One year we were trying to gather up stuff wasn't for the toy and bike drive, it was for the toilet paper towels. And I said, Bill, this thing just ain't going to excite too many people. We made a prayer, and I swear in 10 minutes there was a line of cars trying to get in to drop off stuff. So everything we do, we ask for blessings from our Lord Savior. Boxing in Cowtown, the same thing. Gene Hatcher and Jay Strickland and Don Curry, all of those gentlemen they've all professed their faith on boxing in Cowtown. She's going to send the helmets and toys this weekend and have somebody bring the bikes next week. Okay, that'll work. What else? Do we have anybody that needs to discuss anything? Like I say, we need to pray for everybody on the planet, the good guys, the bad guys, whatever. I wish they could find a way to solve their differences over in the Middle East. That is just a nightmare. Those people it's horrible to watch those videos. Got little kids running around dodging rockets and missiles. So you just don't know how good you've got it when you live here in the great US of A. I just wish we could get along and quit being so divided. Because in reality, our quality of life depends on what we make out of it. Not the politicians, because if we have our hearts in the right place, then hopefully they will follow suit. They're supposed to do what we want them to do, not what they think we want them to do. That's the problem with these politicians. You get them elected, and then you don't hear from them till 6 months before the next election. There again, our children, there's no responsibility. That's why these children go out and get a gun and shoot up a school or this, that, or the other. Well, our politicians are the same way. They think they can do whatever, tell us whatever, and then change it, and there's no consequences. That has to change. The Fort Worth Memories Museum needs donations desperately. So this Bugatti rolls at $5,000 a month, and I guarantee you the detail business is not what it's been and never will be again. Okay, so Lynn is in. Lynn and Earl down are in the hill country. That's beautiful country down there. They always come up, though. Well, they used to live here. They always come up for the bike and toy giveaway. They're two of our volunteer troopers, and it's a moving event. This year is going to be hopefully bigger than any year we've had so far. 1989 was the biggest. I gave away 840 bikes. No internet. I had the museum. I've had the museum 40 years. Of some form. Not like it is today, but of some form. Good. We look forward to always seeing y'all. Okay, so I'm going to start. I got to do some stuff here again. Thank you, Scott Sumner, for all the work you do. And I had yesterday, somebody asked me about the ornaments. Scott, are you still on the phone with me? He's probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, ornaments. Are we getting any closer?
Yeah, I'm going to check on them Saturday.
Okay. I had a lady call me yesterday evening, and she's in San Antonio, and she said she knew it cost more to mail them, so she's just going to, once you get them built, she's going to send her grandson or something that lives here to pay for them and pick them up, and then he'll go down there and see her. So the Christmas ornaments that Scott provides us every year for the last few years, it's a picture of the old subway, like the Tandy subway car. It's made out of what is that, plastic or?
Yeah, acrylic.
It's made out of acrylic. And what colors are they going to be in? Do you know, Scott?
We got a couple different this year. I think we'll definitely have red and green and blue. We might have purple. I got to check on yellow. And then, of course, we'll have clear.
Do you have any idea of the cost? Is it going to be similar to years past?
It'll be similar to previous years. I think plastic will be probably in the $8 to $10 range.
Super duper. So I know Prissy, there's a lot of y'all that buy them every year, so we will keep y'all advised. Scotty, you coming to the luncheon? You talking about chowing down now. Parton's Pizza is a buffet.
I will try to make it this week.
And they've got a pasta, they got banana pudding. I mean, they really go the extra mile. That thing's been there forever. The only bad thing is that construction, they're building something right across the street. And so you got to be a rocket scientist to get in the parking lot. But once you're in there, you're good. Okay, all of our sponsors, please get in touch with me. Let me know how you're going to be able to help. And also, be at the event. If you've got any kind of information, flyers, or anything that you want to hand out to any of our members or the people that are coming through the line, Cook's Children is going to have the Cook's safety seats there. So we're getting new groups coming in every day. Free car seat checkups. Cook's is a big addition to us. That adds a lot of... Cook's is well respected. In fact, Maddie Parker, I think, still has something to do with the Cook's Children's. Y'all can see I always do my lives in front of the greatest flag in the world. So we need to always keep our service members abroad and at home in our prayers. We have over 28,000, pretty close to 28,000 at all times, service members that stay connected to their city through Fort Worth Memories. So a shout out to them. Our group in Israel is down to 100 and something. They are not going to be able to participate this year, and we certainly understand why. They're just trying to stay alive over there. So please keep everybody on the planet in your prayers. Renee, Brittany, Marilyn, Walter Daniels Sr., Prissy. We've provided miracles before, and we need to do it again. So y'all come see me. I'll be at the museum all day. No detail work. So come by and shoot the breeze. Scott, thanks for all you do. I'll see you later, or talk to you later in the day. Y'all have a great day. Okay, I'm off the Facebook Live. You can